now we know.
Yes,
Adrienne,
finally.
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is running to be the next Republican presidential nominee.
In a long-expected and long-predicted announcement, DeSantis joining a growing list of GOP candidates led by former President Donald Trump. DeSantis' announcement, hosted by Elon Musk, delayed about 20 minutes because of tech issues on Twitter's audio platform Spaces. Twitter saying over 500,000 people joined and they simply broke the internet. Now, once they were live, DeSantis gave a campaign-style speech selling his ability to pass high-profile laws in Florida with his vision to bring that to the federal level, promising to take on crime, illegal immigration. He wants to build a border wall, rising taxes, and so-called woke policies and elites.
But we also understand governing is not entertainment. It's not about building a brand or virtue signaling. It is about delivering results. And our results in Florida have been second to none.
Now, many were quick to point out the Twitter tech disaster. They called it a disaster, at least, calling out the glitches. Some, including President Biden's team, using it to fundraise. Fellow contender for the GOP presidential nomination, Asa Hutchinson, is with us live this morning. But first, we have Kelly Meyer in Miami, where DeSantis is gearing up for a long marathon. Kelly?
Yeah, that's right. Good morning, Adrienne and Kelly. DeSantis addressing those tech issues head on, saying that it broke the Twitter space and that he had the biggest audience they ever have seen. In an interview after that Twitter event, DeSantis shared why he chose now to run, saying if he didn't, that the damage, he says, from President Biden would be, quote, irreversible, adding that what he was able to do here in the state of Florida is just a preview of what he can do as president. The space where Florida Governor Ron DeSantis was set to announce his 2024 presidential bid left blank for the first several minutes of the launch.
Right, we're just reallocating more server capability to be able to handle the load here. It's really going crazy.
Twitter Spaces crashing as more than 600,000 people tuned in to hear for the first time a presidential candidate enter the race for the White House online. The company's CEO, Elon Musk, who was counting down to the moment, tweeting, quote, preparing to launch, then scrambling to get the highly publicized event off the ground.
We have some scaling issues specifically related to my account. At one point in January, if I tweeted above a certain size, it would crash the servers.
Musk blaming his account for the issues and restarting the event. By then, the audience shrunk as DeSantis finally shared the announcement.
I am running for president of the United States to lead our great American comeback.
The rollout drawing criticism from both sides of the aisle. President Biden tweeting, quote, this link works, with a link to his re-election campaign. And former President Donald Trump, the Florida governor's biggest critic, trolling DeSantis on Truth Social.
To be an American.
A Trump spokesperson telling NewsNation, quote, glitchy tech issues, uncomfortable silences, a complete failure to launch. And that's just the candidate. Now the two will officially be facing off in the race for the Republican nomination as DeSantis formally files his presidential paperwork, launches his campaign website, and shares his official campaign announcement video, that one going off without a glitch.
We need the courage to lead and the strength to win.
DeSantis laid out his vision for the future of his campaign, tackling the border crisis and reining in federal spending, pledging to his supporters that he will be the one to win the race. Now, DeSantis pledging to listeners there he will be the one to get the job done and asking for their support. He'll be asking for the support of several big money donors here today, possibly meeting with them here at this hotel behind me, along with his wife, Casey. And I just want to add something that we just got in from the DeSantis Now campaign team, adding that they are forgoing the traditional campaign launch and heading right to the campaign trail, kicking off next Tuesday in Iowa. That will begin a 4-day swing through 12 cities and towns in the early nominating states of Iowa, New Hampshire, and South Carolina, billing this as the, quote, our great American comeback tour. You guys.
All right. Thank you very much, Kelly. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.